What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, it's finally time to talk about my E3 2021 predictions, as E3 is just a couple days away, and we finally have a bit of information for what Nintendo's E3 is going to be like. And so in this video, I just want to give you guys all of my thoughts for the games that I think could be shown, how they might go about them, and just some other reveals that we might see. Now real quick before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, The Coldest Water. With summer approaching, the next few months are going to be hot, and you're going to need some cool drinks to stay hydrated. The Coldest Water is a revolutionary new water bottle that can keep your drinks icy cold for up to 36 hours. It uses a special no-sweat technology that prevents it from getting all bubbly on the outside, and is also odor resistant so that your drinks don't start smelling bad after being inside of a metal container for so long. So if you'd like to take the opportunity and switch to pretty much the only water bottle that you're ever going to need for the rest of your life, as it does come with a lifetime warranty, then definitely be sure to click the link below and use code ARROW for 10% off of your order. There's even a giveaway link that you can enter to win a bottle for free, and thank you so much again to The Coldest Water for sponsoring this video. Now a couple days ago, Nintendo finally released their E3 2021 plans, and so we do have an idea now of how everything is going to work. So of course, as expected, Nintendo is going to have a special E3 Direct, which is going to be happening on June 15th at 12 o'clock noon in my time, which is Eastern Standard Time, and then I think for people on the West Coast, it would end up being 9 o'clock in the morning. Now in terms of the Direct itself, we don't actually have any specific information for like a game that it might focus on. All we know is that this Direct is going to be 40 minutes long, it's only going to be about Switch software, and about the software that's mostly releasing in 2021. So what this does mean though is that because they did say that it's going to be mostly stuff in 2021, it does also mean that they are probably going to talk about a little bit of stuff that's coming out in 2022 and beyond, but they also specifically said the word software, which does mean that they're only going to be talking about games and software like that, so I wouldn't really expect like the brand new Nintendo Switch Pro model, which has been rumored. I don't think that that's going to be revealed at E3. The rumors and insiders were saying that it was supposed to be revealed before E3, which could potentially still happen. I mean, it is still like a week before E3, but I don't know, I'm starting to feel like it's not going to happen before E3. I don't really know. I do think that the system is coming, but at this point, I'm just going to wait till it finally gets revealed. I'm just not really going to think too much about what these insiders are saying, but I do think it'll come eventually. But because this Direct specifically said software, I'm not expecting it to be shown here. Now another thing that a lot of people are talking about is the length of the Direct itself. So we know that it is going to be 40 minutes, but I'm seeing a lot of people like saying, well, 40 minutes means it's going to have a ton of hype announcements and a lot of crazy stuff. Just keep in mind that the Direct length doesn't really correlate to how good the announcements may potentially be. Like just remember the last Nintendo Direct that was announced for February, they said that was going to be a 50-minute Direct. That was the longest Direct we ever had in history, and to be honest with you, it wasn't really insanely exciting. Like the Pyra and Metroid and Smash reveal was kind of nice, Splatoon 3 was nice, Utopia was pretty good, but besides that, there really wasn't like a lot of crazy other things. I guess Skyward Sword also, but I'm trying to remember, there wasn't really a lot of like insane stuff that I remember from it. But like the Direct that happened, I think in 2019, I think it was in February, that Direct was only 35 minutes long, but that Direct had so many good announcements. We had like Super Mario Maker 2, we had Link's Awakening remake, we had Astral Chain, we had Fire Emblem. So just because a Direct is longer doesn't always mean that it's going to have better announcements. Alright, but going into my predictions, I just made a list here of like the major stuff that I feel like is going to be talked about in this E3 Direct. So of course, let's address the elephant in the room, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, Breath of the Wild 2, whatever you want to call it. I definitely do think that 100% we are going to be seeing it at this E3 Direct. Now in terms of how they're going to go about this, I'm not really sure. They could spend a good amount of time just talking about it and really give like a deep dive into all the new stuff that they put into this game, or they could just show like a little 2-minute trailer and then just say that more information is going to come later. But then again, we do have the Nintendo Treehouse that's going to be happening, so they could of course bring in like Aonuma and have him play the game for a little bit and start talking more about like the changes they've done to it and stuff like that. So I do think that it's probably going to happen, but regardless, I do think that we will see a new trailer for it, and depending on how they do the reveal for it, it will kind of determine if the game is ready to release this year or if it's going to come out next year, because I know that there are some people that think that this game could come out this year at like late 2021, and to be honest with you guys, I don't think that it's impossible. I think that there is a small opportunity that this game could release in 2021, but in order for that to happen, they'd really have to show like a bunch of stuff at E3 and basically give the idea that this game is pretty much almost done and that it's almost complete, and that way it could come out probably in like December of this year. But if they don't show a lot of amazing stuff and it's just kind of like a standard trailer, then I could probably see it coming out next year in 2022. The next thing that I've got here is Splatoon 3, and so Splatoon 3 was announced in the last Nintendo Direct that we had in February, and we know that the game is going to be releasing next year in 2022, but because they did say that this Direct is mainly just going to focus on 2021 games, it could still mean that we might see a little bit of information about Splatoon 3. I don't know exactly how much they're going to go into it, but I do think that maybe they could talk a little bit about like a new weapon, or a new sub-weapon, or a new mode, or maybe even give some information about like the single player mode and the story, and what that might be like for this game. The next thing that I've got here is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC, so without a doubt, we're definitely going to see the next Smash Bros. DLC character, and I've already talked about this in the past, but personally, I don't really have like any more characters that I really need to see get into this game. All I wanted was a Xenoblade 2 character, and I got that with Pyra and Mithra. And in terms of my most wanted character ever, she was deconfirmed a long time ago, so I really don't have any character that I want to see in Smash Bros. But if you guys are interested about which character I think has the best chance and could get into Smash, I actually just made a video recently talking about which characters I feel like have the best chance. So if you haven't seen that video, there should be a little eye up in the corner right now. You can definitely go ahead and click on that video, but I'll also put a link to it in the outro of this video if you want to go and watch it after you're done watching this one. Next up, I've got some Pokemon stuff, so I definitely do think that we're probably going to see some information about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Whether or not this trailer is actually going to show something pretty exciting about this game, I don't really know. I do hope that they show something kind of cool about this game that gets people like more interested in this game, because right now, I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, and the reason for that is mainly because there just isn't anything about this game to get people super excited. Like right now at this point, it just kind of looks like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but in HD on the Nintendo Switch. So like if they announce something pretty cool like Mega Evolutions or something kind of exciting like that at E3, it would definitely generate a lot more hype for this game. And then of course the other Pokemon game with Pokemon Legends Arceus, I do think that we're probably going to see some information about this game, maybe just a new trailer and just some new gameplay for how that game is going along as well, because that game is going to come out very soon after Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so they definitely got to show some exciting stuff about that game as well. The next thing that I've got here is Fire Emblem, and I do think that it's still a little bit too early to get like the next completely new Fire Emblem game, but a lot of people are saying that we might be seeing a remake of an older Fire Emblem game, and I do think that that's possible to be shown. I think that it would be kind of nice. Now personally, my favorite Fire Emblem game of all time is Fire Emblem Blazing Blade. I would love to see that game with Lyn get a remake on the Nintendo Switch, and maybe even have just like HD kind of sprites like the Octopath style. That would be like my dream, but I think that the remakes, or like the rumors that we were hearing about this remake, is that it's probably going to be Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, which is also pretty cool because that was a Fire Emblem game that only came out in Japan. So to bring this game everywhere else to people who couldn't experience it, I definitely do think that it would be the right thing to do. Next up, I've got Donkey Kong here, and it has been rumored that a brand new Donkey Kong game may be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and supposedly is being developed by the 3D Mario team, the one that made Super Mario Odyssey. So to have a brand new Donkey Kong game like that, I think it could be announced at E3. The next thing that I've got here is Metroid, and while I do think that we're probably not going to see anything about Metroid Prime 4, I do think that there are possibilities that we might still see some other Metroid announcements. Of course, the first thing that a lot of people have been asking for the longest time is a Metroid Prime trilogy. It will be a pretty good announcement to make, to have all three Metroid games in HD, all the Metroid Prime games on the Nintendo Switch. I feel like that is definitely going to happen at some point, but maybe they're just kind of saving it so it's kind of closer to Metroid Prime 4, so you don't just get this game, beat all of them, and then have to wait like 2 to 3 years until Metroid Prime 4 comes out. So I think it's because of that reason we haven't heard about the Prime trilogy for a while, but we might actually see it at E3. And of course, one of the other biggest rumors that's going around is that there's actually a brand new 2D Metroid game which is supposed to be coming out this year, and I definitely do think that that's probably going to happen, so I do feel like that announcement could happen at E3 as well. The next thing that I've got here is something from Monolith Soft, and I feel like it is possible that we might be getting a brand new announcement from them. We know that they are working on a brand new IP right now. We've seen some concept art of it, and it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of medieval inspired with like the dragons and swords and stuff, so I think it could be a pretty cool new game, but we might also get some kind of Xenoblade announcement as well. I know some people are really anticipating a Xenoblade 3, and believe me, I would lose my mind if a Xenoblade 3 got announced, but I just feel like it's not really time for a Xenoblade 3 yet. We just got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition last year. I don't think that they really want to announce like another brand new Xenoblade game right away. If it happens, I'll be super excited, but I'm not really going in expecting it. I do think that we might be seeing maybe a potential port of Xenoblade X from the Wii U. That could potentially happen with like Xenoblade X Definitive Edition on the Switch, or maybe some type of smaller Xenoblade type of game with like a Xenoblade Warriors or something like that, but that might not even be from Monolith Soft. It could just be like a Koei Tecmo partnership happening where they help out or something like that, but I don't know. I feel like in terms of a Monolith announcement, it's either going to be like their new IP that they're working on, or maybe something with Xenoblade X. I just don't think that it's time really for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And finally, the last thing that I've got here is something for Mario, whether it's going to be like a brand new Mario game or like a brand new Mario Kart, which would definitely be the most exciting thing if we got Mario Kart 9. I really think it should happen. Like, Mario Kart 8 is really good and all, I love the game, but like, if you bought Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, you've been racing on these same exact tracks for like at least 7 years now, which is really old at this point, so I really do want them to make a brand new Mario Kart game, give us some new characters, new tracks, new items and stuff. It would just be really nice to have, so that would be the best announcement if they made it, but I'm not going in anticipating it to happen, but I do feel like maybe like some type of brand new Mario game could happen, maybe even like a Super Mario Party 2. And so there you go, guys. Those are all of my predictions for what I think could happen at Nintendo's E3 2021. If you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with some of my predictions? What are some of your predictions for E3? What would you like to see from Nintendo? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Nintendo content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on the bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros. And Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.